Vicky says, it's only quite a new idea for me that the physical and emotional symptoms are the Kundalini purging what needs to be released. This feels a possibility with some of these symptoms. I've heard it described before as the physical body not being able to contain the influx of energy and light, and it takes time to assimilate this. And there's the idea that just being with these symptoms will allow Kundalini to burn them up and alchemize them. I feel quite confused about this all. It affects me a lot, so I would like more clarity. Yes, great. Very nuanced question here. And I think the answer is both. So yes, when you have a huge influx of energy of this Kundalini moving through the system, it can really cause, say, something like heat in the body. This is a classic example, feeling a lot of heat in the body. And this heat can be uncomfortable. And we could say that it's as a result of the nervous system not being yet acclimated to the energy flow. And so it's manifesting as this uncomfortable heat. Or fatigue is another one. A lot of fatigue comes up. So the energy flows through the system and it's just very draining. So we have to take rest. We get very tired. As well, there's the other idea of energy flows through the system and all these symptoms arise, like heat, like fatigue, emotional stuff, spontaneous movements, all of the different symptoms, right? All the different signs and symptoms of this process. So what's the difference between the system becoming acclimated to the energy flow versus the energy purging things to be released? I think it's both. So I like to describe it like this. The energy ultimately the idea of Shakti, Kundalini Shakti, is the Shakti flows and surges through the nervous system steadily. And that flow, that surge, creates at certain times bliss in the body, peace in the body, a sense of relaxation, deep meditative states of consciousness. But that's not all, because that energy flow can also clear out things that are impeding it. So it's twofold. So at times the energy flow is surging through the system. It's very intense because there's all this resistance. It causes the system to get a little burned up. Simultaneously, as it's surging through the system and things are getting burned, it's causing the system to burn up. It's quite literally burning up the resistance, which is all of the emotional stuff. I'm not even sure if I'm being clear. It's kind of like if you have like a dirty pipe, you flow water through that pipe. The water cleans the pipe, which is purging all the emotional stuff, all the trauma, the vasanas, the samskaras, the karma, all that stuff. It's purging that. But once the pipe is cleared, you don't turn off the water. Then keep the water running, and then the pipe is flowing and the water is going wherever it needs to go. So Kundalini serves twofold purpose. It clears us, and then it also brings about this this heightened state of consciousness, this deepened, expanded state of consciousness. So like I was saying earlier with whether, we wonder whether I'm feeling something from someone else or it's my own, ultimately it doesn't matter. The work is the same. We sit with those experiences. Same with the Kundalini phenomena. Whether you're purging something and that's why you're feeling uncomfortable, or it's your nervous system is not yet acclimated to the energy and that's why you're feeling uncomfortable. The work is the same. We sit with it. We allow it to be there. We trust. We surrender. We take care of the body through self-care. And in time, either the purging takes place and it's released, or the system becomes acclimated to the heightened energy flow. The work, the practices are all the same ultimately. Yes, there are some more nuanced practices that you can maybe do specific breath work or specific asanas. I'm not able or astute enough to recommend any of those specifics, but what I can say is the work is the same no matter what's arising really. And it's like I said in the beginning of our meeting, it's in our meditation. We allow and observe. And in doing so, it creates a lot of space and everything seems to just correct itself, adjust itself, balance itself out. I've seen it happen with so many people, myself included. And so ultimately, it doesn't matter what's arising, allow and observe, and it all works out. So I hope that's helpful.